talk about
Grr. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It with your boy. Let's talk about staying ready, right? The reason why I want to talk about that, just staying ready, because it was a prime example. As y'all know, I'm a Laker fan, and we are in the playoffs facing the Golden State Warriors. And Game 4, I'm quite sure everybody's seen it, or everybody talked about Lonnie Walker, right? Lonnie Walker was in the rotation in the beginning of the season. He was a starter. I want to say he started about 40, 30 some games for us. Solid. Was doing his thing. Then when we started, started making those acquisitions, those trades, he kind of fell out of the lineup, kind of fell out of the rotation a little bit. Also, he had some injuries, but it wasn't anything major. But Game 4, coach put him in. Fourth quarter, he explodes, 15 points. And we win the game, right? And the reason why that's so significant is he's a young player. And any young player, that's getting minutes, and then the minutes start to get cut short. A lot of those young players will get upset, mope around, not really. They're kind of checked out. But Lonnie Walker didn't do that. Lonnie Walker stayed in the gym, putting up his shots, going through his daily routines, and it paid off because he believed in himself. Not only did he believe in himself, but he also knew that at any moment I can seize the opportunity. Simple as that. And you can call it luck, that Game 4. You can call it whatever you want, but I'm quite sure y'all know the definition of luck, right? Is when preparation meets opportunity. And he prepared. He was preparing all season, even when he got out of the rotation, out of the starting lineup. In his mind, he was staying prepared. In his mind, he was still going to go through his daily workouts. He's still going to have that mindset of just give me a shot. And I mean, we all can speculate in terms of, what could have been his motivation. Was he, playing pissed off to prove to Darvin Ham, to the coaches, like, look, I made a mistake. But regardless of that, I don't care what motivation you need, but it'll pay off. It don't matter whose face you paint on whatever it is. Like, find that. If it's anger to prove people wrong, or it's just the joy of being out there, whatever it is, you have to be ready for the opportunity. Period. Like you have to. And Lonnie Walker demonstrated that. Like, I'm gonna still do what I got to do. I'm gonna still have that same mindset of it is, it's all good. Things happen, but I still got to stay ready. I still got to stay hungry. And I noticed that you don't see that. You don't see hunger anymore, especially when adversity hits or blockage, whatever it is. You could be hungry at first, then you get to that peak, right? And then maybe an injury happens. Maybe you get fired. Whatever the case may be, and people just lose that fight, that hunger, that determination. They lose it. And the only thing that I could think of to kind of keep you in the game mentally, and I love sports, so I'm always going to use those, sports metaphors. But if you want to stay focused, right, and stay in the game, you got to quiet out the noise. You have to. You have to quiet out the critics and stay locked in. So what if somebody got the position over you? So what? So what if you lost your case in court? Whatever scenario you could think of, you gotta keep in mind things happen. Things happen, and that it shouldn't throw you off. It shouldn't knock you off your path, your goal, your whatever it is. Like I think we get caught up in what I notice is I think we get caught up in what everybody else is saying, what everybody else thinks. And we're all human. We fall victim to, wanting the approval from others. I fall victim of that, And what tends to happen is you're waiting you're waiting to get validated by, everybody. I'll say this. When things are going good, you're getting all the praises, all the validation that you've been, longing for. But as soon as, something happens and you don't get that same reaction, you don't get the same type of energy from people, we tend to kind of like, man, if y'all not rocking me, all right. Like, I guess I'm not good enough, or I guess I'm not that good at this, or whatever it is. And we gotta snap out of it, because you gotta look at it. This is your dream. This is your life, not nobody else's. This is your dream. And the moment we start letting other people dictate your path, or dictate the steps, then that's where you fall off. Because when you first start something, or when you have your mind set on something and you're hungry for it, there's not anybody that's going to stop you in reaching that goal. But what tends to happen is once we had that laser focus and got to that goal, and it's something, and things are going good, and things of that nature. And as soon as things go left, we forgot that mentality that we had when everything first started. And I think that's the biggest problem that I'm seeing is we get laser focused when it's your first time, aiming towards that destination. And then once we reach that destination and everything is good and everybody's loving you and you're getting the respect that you want and things of that, as soon as something goes left, we forget all of our principles, all of that hunger that we had and that determination that got us there, right? Because we start listening way too much to the outside noise and what people are saying, and we totally forget what got us there. That hunger, that want, that got us there. And bring it back to Lonnie Walker, like he stuck with the same routine that got him there, that got him to being in the NBA, got him to starting and being in rotation and really, being productive. And when things went left, getting out the rotation, only getting a few minutes here, a bunch of DNPs. He didn't take the attitude of, man, forget this team. They're not rocking with me. I'm not rocking with them. Nah, you didn't see that. You didn't see that from him. You didn't see that Moby, because we've seen it on the other end. Look at Jordan Poole with the Golden State Warriors. He's not playing well. Kerr cuts his minutes. Now he's, back and forth with coaches, not giving players, respect and not wanting to listen to, vets on the team and stuff like that. That's not the mindset that's not the mindset that you want. Because what that shows is when things aren't going your way, you start pouting and whining and complaining. Nah. When things don't go your way, you keep grinding. When things don't go your way, you keep pushing. You have to. Because it's your dream, your goals, not nobody else's. Nobody can dictate, tell you that you're not, doing it the right way. You're not, nah. You got your if you got your set goals and and the steps that it's going to take to get there, whether it's waking up early, training, doing, just really grinding, or whether it's making sure you're studying, or if it has something to do with school and stuff like that. Anything that you could think of, you're doing above and beyond the average person, trying to reach said goal. My favorite player, y'all know, Kobe Bryant. He stay locked in. Stay locked in. He's up early in the morning, working out multiple times a day. It's that mentality. That mentality of, I'm going to be better than I was yesterday. That's just what it is. That Mamba mentality. So it's when it comes to situations like that where you see people, slipping or not putting their best foot forward after, certain certain adversities hit, you have to tap into a different type of mentality, different type of mindset to keep you going. Because life is life. Life is going to be good, and then life can be bad at times. But it's what you do in those bad times that is gonna define. It's gonna define you. It's going to. It's really gonna show that type of person you are, because everybody is in a good mood. Everybody is picture perfect when everything is good. Everything is running smoothly. You're on top of the world. Everybody, everything is good. But it's as soon as things aren't looking as well as they once were, people's mindsets change, and we got to be able to correct that. You have to. When things aren't looking good, don't get down on yourself. You just got to look at it like you were once there. You were once in a better position. You were once in a good position. So that tells you that I can get back there again. Simple as that. And some people even have to, some people tap into other things, whether, you're religious, spiritual, whatever the case may be. Me, I give all of my love and respect to God, first and foremost, because there's not a single thing in my life that has happened that God's hand wasn't on. And there are things there are times where I wondered how I got through it, but then I know it had to be nobody but God. So you just have to really like Joel Embiid always says, trust the process. But it's the truth. You gotta trust the process, especially if that process worked for you. The process worked and things were up, things were smooth. When you get knocked off that high horse, I don't even want to say it. When you get knocked off the top, sometimes it hurts. It may be difficult to not feel like the quote unquote man anymore, woman anymore. Like, I get it. I get the frustration, and we are human. So sometimes we fall victim to the outside noise, but we have to be able to navigate through that. We have to be able to find that inner beast again, because you made it. You hit that mark, so you can do it again. You can do it again. But I just wanted to give. I know this was a a brief episode, but I just wanted to shed light on that, especially with the Lakers playing in the playoffs, and perfect example. We started off 2-10. Odds maker said we wouldn't make the playoffs. And look at us now. In the playoffs, playing the defending champs, got them up 3-2 with a closeout game tonight at Staples, or should I say Crypto.com Arena. I'm a Staples guy. It's hard to say that, Crypto.com. But the 2-10, everybody wrote them off. They still continued to put in the work. Granted, we had some pieces that shouldn't have been there, or didn't work out, I should say, and got better, but still continued to, push it to that goal to make the playoffs. Now there's other goals, winning every series to the ultimate goal to winning the championship. But it shows that you should never give up, for one. And two, just really realize that you really gotta keep going. Because when preparation meets opportunity, it's up, to be honest. When preparation meets opportunity, you're looking at something good. So you have to stay ready. And continue to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. But I really appreciate y'all listening to another episode of Let's Talk About It with your boy.
Let's talk about it.